What's going on, guys? Welcome to Mountain Motorsports in Roswell, Georgia. In front of me, guys, I have a fully blacked out 2024 Yamaha MT-09. Now, I was lucky enough to go to the press launch of the MT-09 earlier this year, and I'm finally getting a chance here on home base to do my first ride on it. So, in today's video, I'm going to ride it around the course that I always ride it around, and then at the end of the video, stick around because I'm going to tell you guys if this bike is a purchase or pass. And there's only one thing we got to do first. See what it looks like and see what it sounds like. Praise you, sweet baby Jesus to the triple. Look, that sounds great, but if you want to listen to something else, grab yourself a Cardo, 10% discount in the description down below. Mwah, mwah. So guys, that's what it looks like and that's what it sounds like. Now, before we get going, let's thank the sponsor of this video, Calimoto. If you guys have never used Calimoto before, what they are is a ride planning app. So you can do a couple things with Calimoto. One, you can plan awesome rides that you want to take and save them onto your dashboard. And that way you can pull them up and actually go on those rides. You can also auto-generate a ride. If I just go to new ride, create a round trip, I can dictate how long I want this round trip to be. And when I hit create round trip, you can change what type of modes you want. It will give you a fun route. Look at that. And that's how fast it was. Incredibly quick. What I'm going to do today is I am going to go into my rides because I have planned my first ride route on here. So if I hit first ride route, boom, it pulls it up and I can start navigation on it. Thank you, Calimoto, for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to get a free trial to Calimoto to try it out for yourself, bro, the roads this thing can find around you is fantastic. If anything, download it and try it for 30 days. Doesn't cost you a thing. If you love Calimoto, like I know you absolutely will, I've got a discount code in the description down below. Use that, and you guys will be on your way to finding some of the most fun roads that you didn't even know existed. Thanks, Calimoto, for sponsoring this first ride. Let's get to it. Alrighty, guys. The bike is set up. I actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the phone horizontal, and that way it doesn't block the screen. I did a bad job of that recently where I blocked the screen on a bike and I couldn't see the 40 to 80 pull later on, so I want to adjust that. Okay, cool. That's all the info we need. All right, guys, 2024 Yamaha MT-09. I am so ready to do this first ride. I have been ready since the day I did the press launch. So, I'm 5'10", got a 32-inch inseam, and I'm flat-footed with slightly bent legs. So, even if you're a shorter rider, I think you're going to be okay on the MT-09. So, we will get the key turned on, and we will check out the screen. We do have a few things to talk about before we get on the road. So, this is the screen as it is right now, and if I go to the home button, I can change the theme. So we have theme 1, you guys can see that there, theme 2, 3, and 4. This screen is fantastic. We'll talk about it later. I'm going to stick it in theme 3, but I did want to show you guys that there are other themes that you can go on. And also, I've blacked them all out because I think those look way better. And we have modes, as you can see by the mode button here. So if we go to, we're in rain now, it's top right, rain, street, sport, and then we've got 2 custom modes. I'm not going to be messing with the custom modes, but just so you guys know, you can change all of the modes and customize them as you want. We are going to use them at their base. A little bit of a quiet turn on. Not quite once you start revving it. All right, guys, I think that's all we got to do, so we can get to going on this first ride. Also, guys, if y'all are email-y people, we got a newsletter because we email you guys once a week now because YouTube never tells you when we have videos come out, so that way you guys can keep up with all the videos coming out on the channel. No cars? No cars? Haha! Sign up to the newsletter, description down below. While you do that, I'm going to get to riding. This bike is so tame in rain mode. Holy cow. That's almost a travesty. No, nay, it is a travesty. I mean, it's a good thing. I'm joking. I just know how much power this bike has, and my God, rain mode tones it down. This first ride is actually coming at a perfect time because yesterday we released the video on my first impressions of the Yamaha R9 that just got announced. And if you guys don't know, the R9 is got the same power plant as the MT-09. It's their CP3 that we'll talk about later in the video. Yeah, so it's kind of neat that I get to ride this as a first ride the day after I put the R9 video out. It's kind of, what's the word? Serendipitous? I think? I don't know. English is hard. I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm going to get around this truck because who likes riding behind trucks? Actually, no, I'm not, because that scooter's going to slow everybody down. Haha, nice job, scooter. All right, my friends, it's a first ride. Let's talk about the body position. Now, the body position is going to be slightly different on the 2024 MT-09 compared to the previous model. Now, they've, I think, lowered the seat and pushed the handlebars a little forward, if I remember correctly. And generally, what's that going to do is give you the slightest bit of a more aggressive body position on this model. I would have had to ride the bikes back and forth to really be able to see and feel the difference. But we've got a pretty wide seat holding me pretty well. I've got a slight lean forward on my upper half, and my legs are tucked up pretty well. Overall, for like a fun, aggressive, naked position, I really dig the way they have this bike set up. The seat is slightly hard, but we'll see how that does by the end of the day. I don't remember the seat being an issue on the press launch, so I don't imagine that it's going to be a problem. Let's use that new and improved quick shifter to shift it on down. And I'm going to change the mode, guys, from raid mode, just a little quick hit, and we're in street mode. My God, that changes fast. It changes incredibly fast. That was not expected. Is this a green light? Are we going? We are going. Okay, cool. All right, so guys, as we're pedaling around the city, let's talk about the power plant in this MT-09. This is going to be Yamaha's CP3 triple. It is a 890cc that is going to be good for about 117-ish horsepower, and if I remember correctly, 68-ish foot-pounds of torque. And if you guys have ever ridden a CP3 powered motorcycle, you know the power that this bike has. It's absolutely insane. And it has a fantastic sound. Not only does it have a good sound, but, you know, Yamaha being a piano company and caring about sound, similar to the MT-10 that just got released in 2024, the MT-09 also has the sound amplifier. So what that does is it takes the intake sound, which sounds really cool on the triple. It has like that whine, and that amplifies the sound to the rider. It is so freaking neat. I love that Yamaha does that, and I love specifically that Yamaha does that. It only makes sense that a company that makes pianos also does that on motorcycles. I don't know, it just syncs the company up a little bit. God, that quick shifter is so good. All right, so guys, as we're riding around the city, let's talk about the city performance on the MT-09. We're still in street mode here, and I do feel like street mode tames the power down enough to make this bike really powerful, but still usable in street mode. Sport mode, this thing is a psychopath, so if you really want to have a good time, pop it in sport mode. But the MT-09 is such an amazing street bike. It's a little powerful for street riding, really, but with the upright body position and the tucked up legs mixed with the handlebars, you have such easy maneuverability of this motorcycle, which is going to allow you to dip in and out of traffic as much as you possibly need to. And one of the really nice things about this new model specifically is that the quick shifter on this model has been updated. Yamaha just keeps updating this quick shifter. And basically, when you update a quick shifter, it's how does a quick shifter feel and how does it perform at different speeds and different gears. Some quick shifters are really good quick shifters, but they really only work when you're in like that ideal area and you got the bike revved out. So what Yamaha's doing with this quick shifter is allowing you to use it more and more. Oh, we're gonna go around the bus. Good job, street mode, slowing me down enough. This is what I mean, guys. You can just roll around town, dip in and out, and the body position, the lightness of the motorcycle. The bike weighs 425 pounds. The bike feels incredibly light, and you can just throw this thing all over the place. It is incredible in tight little areas. You guys are going to see throughout this video, but Yamaha has really just... They've been making the MT-09 for quite a while now, and god dang it, dude, they make it better and better every single time. We have come to an area of MT-09 that's nuts these days. Jesus, that's... It wheelied out of a lean in a turn. Holy shit. That has not ever happened in a first ride. Woo, shit. Oh my god. Thank Jesus I'm in street mode and I have it in lift control 2 and not 1. Woo! Man, what an amount of power, and not even in the max power mode, my guy. Oh, but that's what I mean about the MT-09. It is still such an aggressive motorcycle, guys. The MT-09 is up there on bikes that are just super aggressive. It kind of always has been, bro, especially the first ones. Those things were terrifying to ride. And they've put more tech in these things to make it easier to ride, but dude, this CP3 is still a monster in a cage. Oh, that's amazing, dude. All right, hold on. We're coming up to the highway really fast, and we got a highway entrance to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it into sport mode. Holy shit, dude. I knew riding this in the city was going to be great. I wanted to do a first ride so bad. All right, oh my god, we're getting a green. I'm not ready. My body is not ready. All right, guys, we got to see how fast this thing will go from 40 miles an hour to 80 miles an hour without doing a backflip, thanks to our buddies over at Law Tigers. They are the motorcycle lawyers you need to call if anything happens to you on the road, on your motorcycle. I've used them. I love them. Okay. I'm honestly scared for this one, guys. I'm not gonna try to bullshit you on this. All right, 40 to 80. Jesus Christ. All right, on your mark, get set. Hold on. This is a second gear and go. Oh, it's not second gear. It's not. Oh my God, I ruined it. I'm doing that again later. What's the time? What's the time for the wrong gear? Let me know, because I'm doing this in third later. I swear to God. We're gonna make a better time than that today. Alrighty, guys, we're here on the highway with the MT-09. With 117 horsepower, you have plenty of power on the highway for passing. And love this thing. The only thing that sucks on the highway is the wind, right? We have no real wind protection. The giant dash is the most wind protection you have on this bike. I'm getting a ton of wind on my upper chest, on my shoulders. It's kind of pulling me back. I can kind of lean into the wind and it's not really that bad. Luckily for everybody, the MT-09 is always an incredibly popular motorcycle. And the more popular a motorcycle is, the more aftermarket stuff there's gonna be. So I guarantee you, if there's not already, there's gonna be a windscreen on this motorcycle that you can buy in the aftermarket, and that'll help. Oh, I forgot about all this traffic. Gross. All right, that man's not gonna let me in, but they will. Okay, awesome. I did forget about all this traffic happening. Oh, that's gonna be an opportunity to do another 4880 pull. Haha. Anyway, this bike is super popular. It will continue to be super popular. Yamaha's always done such a good job with this bike, and because of that, there's gonna be plenty of aftermarket stuff. So you guys can definitely grab a windscreen, and really that'll probably solve the problem of wind protection on this bike. So Highly recommend that if you're looking into doing some touring on the MT-09. I am glad that cop is on this end and not the other end where the traffic opens up. All right, guys, we're going to be patient through traffic real quick, and then, my friends, we're doing another one. We're doing another 40 to 80 to try to make a better time. Do I do a 40 to 80 in first, though, for real? I mean, I might have to start in first and then use a quick shifter and go up. That might be what has to happen. Oh, that's going to be terrifying. I'm going to do it anyway, but that's going to be terrifying. All right, guys, secondary attempt at 40 to 80. On your mark. Get set. And go. That's more like it. Wow, first gear 40 to 80. All right, guys, so as far as going on the highway, incredibly smooth. There's no vibrations happening on this motorcycle at all. Really impressive for a naked bike to be like that. And also, something else we love is cruise control. Boom. Cruise control is going. We can go up and down over here. The big question is, can I rotate forward to disengage? Yes, I can. Oh, so good. That cruise control feels fantastic. Really nice button. Hello, Mr. Police Officer. Hey, the 40 to 80 pole, we do it 40 to 80 for a reason, because I stay legal. Overall, guys, for a naked bike, this thing is incredibly impressive on the highway, and all it really needs is a windscreen to make it awesome. And I'm going to just casually get in front of this semi so I can take this turn. All right, my friends, that is the highway on the MT-09. Let's get it pulled down a little bit, popping it into some lower gears, and let's throw her over and see how she feels, even though I know the answer. Oh, woo, bro. Who needs the SP model? I mean, some people for sure, but the majority of you guys are gonna have no need for that SP model. Oh, God, this bike feels freaking amazing. Yamaha, what have you done? What children have you sacrificed to make the MT-09 what it is today? Huh? A dream. A dream is what it is. All right, guys, engine-wise, I think we've pretty much covered it, but the CP3 is a beautiful, beautiful thing. The way it puts power down is nuts. We had to start the 40 to 80 pull in freaking first gear. How crazy is that? Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And after this red light, I may accidentally test the lift control. We cannot confirm or deny that. Here's the crazy thing about Yamaha's lift control. They are one of the best companies that make a lift control in a motorcycle. Lift control is basically just wheelie control. It uses the computer in the bike to figure out how high the wheel is, and then it softly brings you down. It's absolutely insane. That's what I'm talking about. It will slowly chill it out and then stop you. But the reason Yamaha's is so good is it makes you feel like you are an absolute professional in what you're doing. You have no idea what you're doing, and the computer's doing everything, but it makes you feel awesome. I have never felt a lift control like Yamaha's in the MT-09. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I am not good at wheeling, but this thing makes me feel like I am, and I love that. There is a police officer, so now we will not be testing the lift control. You know, I should really not play these games when I have had police issues in the past, at least on first rides, which is almost always because of license plate issues, and I don't know if this bike has a license plate on it. All I know is I'm going to be a good boy as I go through this red light. So guys, suspension-wise, we do have a fully adjustable suspension on the MT-09. So that way, if you want a more comfortable ride, you can soften it up. And if you want to take this thing and do a track day or something, you can fully do that as well. So you can really dial this bike into exactly the style of riding you want to. So I really love that. Now, as far as the gearing, Yamaha has got it nailed. The quick shifter is one of the best quick shifters I've ever experienced on a bike. It has such a good punch that makes you know that you're in that next gear. And it also punches, but then it smooths out. It's literally, I don't know how you dial in a quick shifter like that, but Yamaha has been in the kitchen cooking, fam. And they have got it to such a good spot. This is probably the quick shifter on the MT-09. It's probably my favorite quick shifter on a bike ever, like so far at least. So props to them. Gearing though feels fantastic. It really matches the power delivery of the bike, and I've got no issues with it. Yamaha really know what they're doing, and that's what I'm saying, man. They just made this bike better and better and better and better, and we are to the point now that we are spoiled with such a good MT-09. Also, I hope you guys will allow me. I'm going to leave the bike in sport mode for the duration of this video. One more time. No cop, right? No cop, no cop, no cop, no cop. Okay, cool. I'm not doing any more than that. And yes, I have tried it. You can quick shift into second and it will keep the wheel up. I have tested that. I will not be testing it on the first ride anymore, because I don't want any cop interactions.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay?
Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the controls, because it is pretty new for the MT-09, for this year model at least. As you guys can see, we've got a lot of controls here on the left side, and on the right side we have our starter and we have our mode button. So controls wise, this is laid out about as best as it can. I know I don't typically like buttons on the right side, but if it does have to be a button, I do have a request. I want it to be a mode button, and I want to be able to get to it with one thumb, and I don't want to let off the throttle, and I can do that. You also have to, I think you have to let off the throttle to change modes, right? Yep. So the reason I am okay with a mode button being on the right side is because you can't change the mode while you're active on throttle. So you have to let go of the throttle anyway to hit the mode button. So that's why I'm okay with the mode button being on the right side. Now, on the left side, it is kind of laid out kind of weird over here. But once you start using it, everything is exactly where your brain kind of thinks it needs to be. And the only issue I have on the left side is I am not a fan of this new blinker setup. I just don't like this little rocker. If you see, you rock it to the left and you rock it to the right. And then if you want to cancel it, you just go again. So like blinker is on and then I go to blink again and it goes away. So I'm not a huge fan of that. It probably is just because it's something new, but overall, I love the controls. The feeling of the buttons is fantastic. I'm a really big fan of all that. Now, we got to talk about this, what is it, 5-inch TFT dash? Fantastic. The dash on the Tracer 9 GT Pro was similar to this, but a little bigger. I think that one might be a 7-inch. But the layout of the information on the screen is similar to the Tracer, and it seems like this is going to be the new route Yamaha takes to their nicer dashes. This is heads and tails light years away from where Yamaha used to be with their dashes. I no longer have an issue with Yamaha dashes with this new dash. I am super excited about it. Not only does it look really cool, but it also gives you all the information you need, and it's super high quality. I'm really happy to see Yamaha finally doing like a really cool dash that's awesome to look at. So really nice job there. Yamaha is, in the past, they've had an issue with their dashes. They've made amazing motorcycles, and then the dash was always like, you know, they got the intern to work on the dash, and they didn't let the main team on it. Now the dash is just as nice as the motorcycle, and the user interface is super easy to use, which is good because you get a lot of stuff going on. So great job there, Yamaha. I didn't talk about the brakes, but we've got the Brembo Master Cylinder front brake lever, which gives you phenomenal brake feel, and the brakes are plenty strong on this motorcycle. Haven't had any issues with those. And obviously all the levers are adjustable. We love that. Holy shit, I have so much to talk about. I'm running out of time. All right, guys, we got to pull off, and we got to do a walk around of the MT-09, the blacked out model that we have here. Also, thank you all to the sponsors of the First Ride show. Without them, we would not be able to bring you guys all the cool angles that we bring you with our ghost camera car that you can't see. So, supporting companies that sponsor the First Ride Show allow us to make more First Rides for you guys. So, whenever you can, please make sure to check our sponsors and support them. There will be a sponsors description area. Go check them out. All right, guys, let's get parked up. Do a little walk around. Lot 147. Dun -dun 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 -dun. Boop. All right. All right, my friends. 2024 Yamaha MT-09 with the blacked out model. Bro, this thing is stealthy with all black. I will say the all black model does make the giant exhaust at the bottom really obvious, but I know a lot of you guys hate on the exhaust on this bike, but I'm sorry, I can forget about the exhaust being down there when I see such a clean tail section. Like, dude, I'm totally okay with that. One thing I don't like in the tail is that this area is white and this is red. If I owned one of these, I would want to like black this out or maybe get an integrated tail light. I'm sure my boys at TST Industries have a integrated tail light, so you can get rid of all of this and maybe make a blacked out one. I'd be okay with the red. I just want it blacked out. So TST, if you don't make that, please make that. This bike is too good for that. Okay. The other weird part, at least for me on this bike, is this area right here. You see how you can just see straight through the bike? I find that strange. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. And, like, I don't want them to fill it in because it's just going to add weight. But, like, I don't know. It's just, like, I don't like that for some reason. But who knows? I might be weird. Overall, guys, if you're asking me, this model MT-09 is by far my favorite. I love the head. The head is what has changed a lot on this motorcycle, and these here are actually just DRLs, and your actual beams are right here. So I think they've done a pretty neat way of putting everything where it needs to look. I would like a fairing right here just to hide this that kind of fits in maybe. Who knows? But the front, I do like that a lot. And overall, I just think it's a real sporty bike. I'm a big fan of this one. They have a few colorways. We'll put photos on the screen here. They have like a cyan and gray, and then they have a blue. So I think those are the three colorways that the MT-09 comes in. But, dude, Yamaha has been just chiseling this MT-09 marble, and we now have just this beauty that we have in front of us, and my God, what a motorcycle. So guys, I'm going to grab my phone off the quad lock real quick, and I'm going to record some vertical content for our fam over on Instagram and TikTok. If you're not following us there, we're at Chaseontwowheels on TikTok, and we're at CJ Pics on Instagram. I'm going to film some stuff for them. I'll be right back. All right, my friends, that is it for vertical stuff. Am I the only guy that heard the cop? Okay, me just paranoid? Awesome, love that. All right, guys, to finish this video up, we got to do a steering stem lock test, and then purchase or pass. We got to figure it out. Even though I feel like the answer is obvious, but you know what? We'll answer it anyway. Ooh, this ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be good at all. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. We'll call it bottom 50%, but it might be like 30. Yep, not the greatest on the steering stem lock. That's okay. The MT-09 can't be perfect, okay? Leave it alone. It can't be perfect. Run, little squirrel, run! A mean motorcyclist is coming your way. All right, my friends. Purchase or pass. Oh, if you're not gonna go, I'm just gonna have to go. Everything is calm. Everything is awesome. Oh shit, I did say I wasn't going to shift through the wheelie. Crap. My apologies. That was totally my fault. I did get excited and I did forget. It is incredible what lift control and electronics can do, right? You put a computer and a couple sensors and suddenly you can do all types of stuff. All right, guys, it's time to answer the question. Is the 2024 MT-09 a purchase or pass? Bro. Come on. Yes. Purchase all day. Purchase. Yes. This bike is absolutely incredible. I do not understand how Yamaha continue to make a fantastic bike even better. But guys, this bike is so much better than the other one that I don't even know a scale to give you guys. If you are buying a middle to higher weight naked, this bike needs to be on the very top of your list. It is fantastic in every single way. I don't know what I don't like about this bike. MSRP is at $10,599, so, mid-tens. It's an understandable price for what is an incredible motorcycle. If you want to tour on it, you can literally get a windscreen. If you want to do sporty riding on it, you've got a phenomenal power plant under you. You've got an incredibly agile motorcycle and adjustable suspension, so you can adjust it to do whatever you want. It's just one of those bikes that you need to check out because it's fantastic. For this, Yamaha gets a golf clap. Yamaha is at the height of their game making the MT-09 for 2024, and it has been an absolute pleasure riding this thing around. I need to convince Yamaha to let me have one of these for a long-term loan, because I say it's good in touring, but I want to take it to that. I want to take it to a track. I want to do all that. So Yamaha, if you have a spare one of these, let your boy hold on to one for a minute, because I would love to do some testing on it. There are a couple people that this bike is not for. So if you are a new rider and you don't know what you're doing, as you guys saw earlier on when we were doing city riding, I was just in street mode. And I gave it too much throttle out of a turn, had the bike leaned over, and the front wheel lifted up. So obviously those are not situations that you really want to be in. And for this motorcycle, it's a little hard to not get into those situations. So I would recommend you maybe look into the MT-07 if you like this style of bike, because there's just a lot of power here. And I know the argument is, well, I'll buy this and I'll put it in rain mode, but do you trust yourself to always have it in rain mode and double check that it's in rain mode all the time, Just stuff like that to look into. But that's really the only person that I think would really have a quote-unquote issue with this bike. It's just, in this city setting, and in the little bit of highway we did, and then in California when I did the press launch, this thing has just been impeccable in every environment I've put it in so far. Personally, I think the seat is a little hard. That could be softer. If Yamaha makes a comfort seat, I would check that out real fast, because then you're just increasing the amount of comfort you have while you ride the bike, and I think that would allow you to get a lot of miles in on this thing. But yeah, guys, this bike is just absolutely fantastic. If you're kind of in the market, definitely check it out. And if you're in the market, make sure to check out the guys over at Mountain Motorsports in Roswell. That's where we started this bike review at. And if you guys want to check them out, we'll have a bike provided by link in the description down below. Mountain Motorsports are the original homies letting me borrow their motorcycles to go do first rides for y'all. So we massively appreciate them. They have multiple locations up here in North Georgia. So if you guys are looking for a motorcycle, definitely look them up and check out your closest Mountain Motorsports dealer. And guys, do me a favor, share this video out with somebody that's in the market for their next naked bike, because I think they would absolutely love this. While you're doing that, make sure to drop a like on this video and let me know in the description down below what bike is even close to being comparable with the MT-09, or is this thing just the dominant beast in the class? I'm Chaseontwowheels. You guys go out there and ride safe, my outro crew. I will see you guys on the next first ride. If you want to watch more first rides, we'll have a first ride playlist for you in the description down below. Y'all ride safe. I'll see you on the next one. Later.